Savannah and the Lowcountry. You're watching WJCL 22 Morning News, the one to watch.
Our goal here is to have a college-age event, right? That's what it's supposed to be.
Orange Crush living up to its reputation as a big bash for college students. We caught up with people there to see what they thought of this year's event.
A series of shootings in Savannah leads to several arrests. We've got the very latest on the violence from over the weekend in the hostess city.
And breaking this morning, Pope Francis has died at the age of 88. We look at his life and legacy and how he spent his last day blessing the faithful for Easter. It is right now 6 o'clock on this Monday morning, and we are starting it live out at Tybee. And yeah, pretty dead out there right now, but it sure wasn't out there this weekend. We do want to thank you so much for starting your day with us here on WJCL 22. Good morning. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Frank Sulkowski. Meteorologist Jonathan Myers here as well. And Jonathan, we begin a new work week, and we begin it just like the last one ended. Beautiful weather.
Yeah, beautiful weather, and we use some rain. It is really dry.
Very dry, yeah.
Absolutely, and it's looking like later this week there'll be chances for some showers and maybe even some thunderstorms. But this morning it is mild and muggy, even a little patchy fog in a few spots this morning. Out the door for school, low to mid 60s. There are a few spots into the 50s as we start the morning up. But later this afternoon, a mix of sun and clouds, and it will be a mild one. Actually pleasantly warm this afternoon, that 84 topping off. Then later this evening after sunset, mostly cloudy, and temperatures will be in the mid 70s. You'll see a lot of clouds streaming from the south and southwest. Eastern parts of the Gulf will continue to move our way. This is our next storm system. And back off to our west, that could move in probably by Wednesday. That'll increase those chances for some showers or thunderstorms. So the next couple of days does look to be dry, but we'll see warm weather throughout the week. I'll detail that and also tracking out that next chance for showers coming up in less than 10 minutes. Traffic track 22 on the roads this morning. This is a live look. Highway 21 in the Lowcountry around Beaufort this morning. A few cars out there as we start things off this morning. See it just at normal slowdowns this morning is what we're seeing there from Bluffton to Hilton Head, 14 minutes eastbound Highway 278. And as of right now, there are no accidents across our area. I-95 from, say, Savannah southward all the way down to Richmond Mill, then eastbound or westbound rather out of Savannah on I-16. Not seeing any problems. Emma?
Breaking overnight, the Vatican has announced that Pope Francis has died just hours after blessing the faithful on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, the Pope, of course, was recovering from double pneumonia and had been hospitalized for more than 5 weeks, but he showed fierce resolve in visiting with the faithful yesterday. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio has more on his life and legacy.
He was known as the People's Pope, humbled yet treated like a rock star. Pope Francis is credited with revitalizing the Catholic Church. He entered the papacy in the wake of a shocking historic announcement. In February 2013, Pope Benedict XVI declared that he would be the first pontiff in 600 years to leave the throne of St. Peter alive. That brought the College of Cardinals to Rome to select his successor. After the white smoke poured from the chimney of the Sistine Chapel, the new pontiff, previously known as Argentina's Cardinal Jorge Bergoglio, stepped onto the balcony.
Buonasera.
The former janitor and nightclub bouncer became the first Jesuit pope, the first from the New World, and the first pope ever to take the name Francis, in honor of St. Francis of Assisi, who was devoted to the poor. Pope Francis carried that dedication to the less fortunate, washing the feet of prisoners and displaying unprecedented familiarity for a pope, often opting to ride in an open-air car instead of a bulletproof pope-mobile so he could be closer to the people, regularly stepping out to shake hands and share a tender embrace. His wardrobe less pomp than his predecessors, and his opinions set him apart.
Sono scomunicati.
He eased the hard stance the church previously held on gays in the church, saying, quote, "A gay person who follows God, who am I to judge him?"
Tolleranza zero.
And he declared zero tolerance for child sex abuse, a problem that's plagued the church for decades. Pope Francis made history declaring Popes John XXIII and John Paul II saints, also attended by Pope Emeritus Benedict. Pope Francis left his mark, changing the church and the hearts of so many. World leaders are now paying tribute this morning. The president of the European Parliament saying in part, quote, "His contagious smile captured millions of people's hearts across the globe." Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
This morning, another Orange Crush is officially in the books.
Yeah, and this year's event saw a huge turnout with folks coming from all across Georgia, South Carolina, the entire Southeast to take part. Now, the party has been happening every year since 1991 with spring breakers from HBCUs and other colleges making up a bulk of the attendees. This year, well, as you can see, thousands turned out for the weekend's festivities. With the event now permitted, this year's Orange Crush even featured, how about this, a stage there on the beach with performers throughout the weekend.
Last year we didn't have a stage. I see they got a stage now, so I can see improvement. I really love how the police are starting to implement more traffic stops to make sure everything is safe and everything is really coming together so we can all be one.
Now, parking issues on the island has always been a hot topic, but for some folks, they found another way to take care of business.
We decided to get an Airbnb this year because of parking situations, so we could just walk.
Parking was somewhat okay because we stayed in a hotel nearby, so that's the parking. But the year before that, parking was horrible.
Don't drink and drive, just have fun.
If you drink and drive, you're going to go to Chatham County Jail, bro.
You ain't wrong. The party weekend ended with a prayer service on the Tybee Pier for Easter.
This morning, 2 people are in custody after a man was shot in downtown Savannah. Savannah police say this happened just before 2:30 yesterday morning on Bay Street near Jefferson Street. At the scene, they found one victim with a graze wound and spotted Marquel Moultrie with a gun. Police say that he dropped the gun, but it was then picked up by Malik Moultrie, who tried to flee the scene. He was caught, and both of those men are in jail facing several charges.
Well, this morning, a man is in custody after Savannah police say he shot 3 people at a hotel over the weekend. It happened on Abercorn near 12 Oaks Shopping Center. Officers responded to the scene around 2:30 back on Saturday morning. There they found a woman suffering from a gunshot wound as well as an injured man inside a business. The victims were taken to the hospital. A third victim was later discovered nearby. Savannah police say they've arrested 23-year-old Donnell Smith. He's charged with 3 counts of aggravated assault, 3 counts of possession of a firearm during a felony, simple battery, and stalking.
In Hinesville, one person is dead after being trapped in a mobile home fire. Fire officials say this happened on Live Oak Church Road near Guyette Avenue. Crews with Liberty County Fire Services and Hinesville Fire Department responded around 8 o'clock last night to reports of a mobile home fire with someone trapped inside. Officials say that one victim was found dead in the home. The cause of that fire is under investigation.
Well, protesters gathered in Atlanta over the weekend, speaking out against the Trump administration's policies. One group assembled in front of the state Capitol building. Another group marched through the streets of Midtown. It was part of a series of protests organized in cities across the U.S. Here in Savannah, a large crowd taking over Johnson Square over the weekend, also rallying against the Trump White House.
We also see a government who is saying, hey, basically, if you don't agree with me, then that's bad, and we're going to punish you for it. And so a lot of people are afraid to speak out, but when there's more of us, it's easier to come out. It's easier to speak out.
Now, that's the co-chair of the Savannah Democratic Socialists of America. It's an organization that's known for its work with Senator Bernie Sanders. They, along with other protesters, pushing for change. Of course, we'll have more on the president's first 100 days in office when we head over to our Washington bureau a little later in our news.
Happening today is the return of the hostess city's biggest tennis tournament, the Savannah Challenger.
Qualifying Sunday is complimentary for everybody, but then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, that's when you've got tons of play happening on all the courts.
Those qualification rounds wrapped up at the landings yesterday ahead of the tournament's first round. That kicks off today at 10 a.m. And WJCL 22, we are the proud media sponsor of the Savannah Challenger. We'll have coverage from the premier tournament all week long.